I'm so excited that so many of you have joined in today. I'm very grateful that you're spending some of your time here with me. Thank you, thank you. And I'm sad that we can't do this in person like we usually do, but I guess that's good for others that don't usually get to meet with us. So just so you all know, I do hope to get together when the holiday catalog kicks off at the end of August or early September, praying that we get together then. All right, so I have an awesome bundle to show you. We're going to make a bunch of cards, but I just wanted to go over a quick couple of things for anybody that's just joining us for the first time. If you don't have the annual catalog, please feel free to private message me and we can make that happen. And if you use this order code today and you spend $25, actually for each $25 you spend, you will get 5 entries into my giveaway. Look at my cheat sheet. You will get 5 entries into my giveaway, which is going to be one of these 3 sets, but you only have until 4 o'clock. You can like posts, you can share posts, so you get 2 entries every time that you comment. You get 1 entry every time you like. You get 10 entries if you join my Christmas card club, which the best way to find that, if you didn't see the earlier video, I did do an earlier video, but go to mystampingspot.com and there is a tab up the top, Christmas Card Club, and it all explains it there. You will make a total of 8 cards. There'll be 4 different designs, and you will make 2 of each design. I will send you $25 worth of product. It'll ship free. These are 2 of the 4 designs for June. This is a subscription, so you will get billed every month, and your product will ship to you automatically along with the kits to make 4 kits. If you do it for 6 months, at the end of 6 months, I'll reach out to you and say, hey, pick up $25 worth of your favorite merchandise, and I'll send it to you for free. As a thank you for being a part of the Christmas Card Club. If you stay with me for the 6 months, you will make 48 Christmas cards. So by the time December 1 rolls around, you'll have 48 Christmas cards all ready to be mailed out. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay. So 10 entries if you join Christmas Card Club today. 1 entry for likes, 2 entries for comments, 5 entries for every $25 order you place today. Plus, I will send you a card kit as a thank you. Nothing on here needs to be stamped. This is DSP. I'll send you a little square of DSP and you'll cut it out. These green pieces will all be cut out, but everything else will be included. All you'll need is adhesive and a pair of paper snips to cut out your flower. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is, most people that are demonstrators, they don't actually do what I'm doing right now. They don't actually hold classes. They don't actually do videos. Heck, I'm just starting the whole video thing. But they do it. They sign up to be demonstrators because they're looking for a minimum of a 20% discount. So if that sounds appealing to you and you think you might want to join, this is the month. When you join, you get to pick $125 worth of product catalog, and it only costs you $99. In addition to that, for this 1 month, you can pick any bundle in the kit for free. That's a pretty good deal. So you spend $99, you get $125 worth of product that you want. And then, let's check out some of these bundles. You could pick out this die bundle. Let's see. This is an awesome one. This Tasteful Touches, which, by the way, tune in Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. or watch the replay Wednesday morning. After the 10 a.m. part, I'll reload it. I'm going to be working with Tasteful Touches, and I have a whole bunch of cards to show you, and we will make one. But I mean, if you look at your catalog in the back, the bundles are awesome. There's just so many good ones. And you can pick a bundle for free. Look at these awesome these awesome ornate dies, part of the bundle. You could even do the Pampered Pets bundle. It's cute little dogs. So think about that. If you have questions, we can chat. What I would say to you is you can sign up for the discount and you can get your kit and, look at your checkbook. Look at what you've spent over the last 6 months or a year, and we can chat if it's something you should do. Because if you're spending a lot anyway, maybe you can get a good discount and just get more product for the same price that you're already spending anyway. Okay, on to the fun stuff. Here we go with our fern set. This is a teaser. So part of this whole suite, I put the paper down at my feet, I'm sorry, is this beautiful paper. This is called Forever Greenery DSP. We're going to work a lot with it today. And it's got, some good variations. I mean, any of these patterns would be great for men's cards, for sympathy cards. There is just so much that you can do with this paper. I love this paper. But more than this paper, I love this stamp set. And we'll talk about this stamp set in a couple of minutes. But I wanted to show you a complementing product. I know I had a lot of coffee today, so that's not my excuse. This is called Forever Gold Specialty Designer Series paper. This is crazy beautiful. See this gold here? This is beautiful. I don't know if there's going to be too much of a light reflection on this. We will be working with it. These are all individual cutout shapes and ferns. Look at these beautiful ferns here. Maybe if I grab a darker piece of cardstock, it would help. Let me see. I'm going to grab a piece of dark colored cardstock to see if it helps it show up better. It's all very lacy and beautiful. And there's wreaths, there's individual, there's these pieces, which we're going to be working with today. You can add a greeting to the center. It makes them beautiful. So not only do you get, I think it's 2 sheets of those, that particular, oh no, it looks like 3 sheets of that. You also get these sheets. My fingers are not working here. And that'll give you an idea of what's going on there. As you can see, this is what I mounted on here. This is part of the Flowers for Every Season DSP. I didn't stamp that. I trimmed it. I love that DSP. It's what I used on this free card kit as well. It's just beautiful, and it lends itself to anything. It's hard to tell I put Winka Stella on there. But as you can see, these are very versatile. This could be very funky. Picture this with black. How cool would that be? So you get multiple sheets of those. And I just think these are beautiful. And they were a lot easier to work with than I had imagined. I'm going to be honest with you, I really thought they were going to be more difficult to work with. We had some paper lace previously that I thought was more difficult to work with. But these are all kind of pre-punched for you so that it makes it easy. Okay, this Forever Fern, I'm going to open it up because if you know me, you know I store my dies inside the stamp set. This is a very well-loved stamp set, let me tell you. I've used this so much. In fact, I've created a whole class around it. More news will be coming on that this week. But it's got all these great dies, little teeny dies. This piece is beautiful when it's all cut out. You may have seen me post a picture last week of multiple pieces of this. So this is just a great This is this reminds me of Lovely as a Tree. Not that it looks like Lovely as a Tree, but most of us know Lovely as a Tree. And it's been a staple all these years for many of us, especially when it comes to mail cards. So this is going to be pretty fantastic. We're also going to be using during this segment Tasteful Touches. Now, this is the set I told you on Wednesday. I'll be doing a Facebook Live on just this set and things we can do with this set. The accompanying dies to this set are all these great labels. And I know it's really hard to see, but many of them have stitching on them. And these circular pieces are phenomenal. So this is another great set. The other thing we're going to be using today is these are the rectangular stitched framelits. These are actually not new to this catalog, but they are kind of a staple item for me. I love any of the stitched framelits. I think they're great. Well, mine got messed up, I'm sorry, but you get the idea. We're going to be using this one today, this little small one. Okay, all right. So let me show you some fun things here. This is an example of just a very basic, simple stamping card. I used the little dots here. I actually used, what color did I use for that? I used the pretty peacock for the dots. This is the new in color Just Jade ribbon. And I used this leaf image in just a garden green. How simple is that? Couldn't get any simpler. Very easy. All right, this is stepped up. This is using those beautiful gold foil pieces that I was just showing you. And this is just a piece of scrap DSP. When I was cutting these cards, actually, I had this piece left over, and so that's why I made this. I also love these gold dots. These came out last year at Christmas time with the Rose Suite, if any of you remember that. They're the gold glimmer enamel dots. They carried them over, and I'm so happy. Gold is such a big thing right now in the crafting world. Really anything metallic, brass, silver, gold. It's very chic in the crafting world. Okay. This card here, and this card, we're going to make both of them. But as you can see, they are also using this beautiful gold. Just different papers and different shapes from that foil set. Same basic idea. Just same basic idea, just different. Does that make any sense? How's that? And this is so simple. All I did was cut a pretty peacock piece. I'm going to take my new seal, kind of loving it, and I'm going to just add some adhesive. Oh, you know what? This is not working on my rubber mat as well. Oh, there we go. This is easier, I think, than the old snail. It doesn't seem to clog quite as much. And again, I have a hard time getting these straight when I'm at this angle. I am a stand-up stamper. I'm a stand-up stamper. And I'm going to add this beautiful gold piece to my card front. And I am going to take my pretty peacock color, and I'm just going to add a little greeting here. You know what I love about round die cuts? You can't mess them up because they're never crooked, because if they're crooked, you just turn them. Love that. Cleaning my stamp over here while we're chatting. Okay. And then I'm going to just add this in the center. I'm going to leave, well, actually, I guess I'll close this because I think I'm going to use a different green. I'm going to just add my little circle. Hopefully it's straight. And if you know me, you know I love my pick-me-up tool. And I'm just going to add a couple little of these little gold dots. I just think these add so much fun and flair. Maybe up here. I never know where to add them. I know what they say, everything in nature comes in threes, so I always tend to put things in threes. Boy, these little teeny ones do not want to come up for me. I'm going to take my little pick part. Did you catch that? If you don't own one of these. So there's a little spatula part. And then you can rotate it and you get a nice little pick tool. Sometimes, there we go. Sometimes getting a little sharper image in there helps. Okay, like that. Awesome. So there are those. Here's another one. Again, same basic layout. I mean, these are quick and simple, right? This is like, I don't know, stamping 101. Couldn't be easier. If you have a cutter and you can measure, you're done. So the card base is 8.5 by 5.5. So it's 8.5 by 5.5, which is essentially 1/2 of a piece of cardstock. And then you scored it 4 1/4. And I'm going to add my, I love this paper. Look how pretty this paper is. This almost seems a sin to cover it up, I got to tell you. Do you like the one that's more green or the one that has more peacock in it? What do you think? Then I'm just going to take this beautiful shape. Again, it punches out so easy. Love that. Makes it elegant and simple. Now, this one doesn't fit too good straight away. It'll hang off and they'll get bent in the envelope. So I chose to pitch mine. You don't have to. Just what I chose. And I am going to grab a little piece of scrap paper because this particular stamp is going to, we need 2 of them. I want the little dots and I want the word hello. And I am going to use garden green for the words. Hello. You all know that song? All right, let's hope this comes out straight. Womp. I don't know. Sometimes I think I stamp straighter. My layers are always crooked, but I stamp straighter on camera for some reason. Okay, now I'm going to take these little dots, and I'm going to go to a very muted color. I'm going to mint macaron, and I'm just going to kind of add a little texture to it, especially where, you know, it's such a big space for such a small word. But the hello cards are awesome because you can personalize them with a happy birthday inside, or, I mean, really just about anything, especially nowadays. You know, there's so many people that don't hear or see anybody. It's great just to send them a little hello. So even though my label here is crooked, I'm going to put my words straight, like so. How's that? 4 incredibly quick and simple cards, probably all made in 10 minutes or less, and they're pretty elegant looking. I love them. You add that one, which was the scrap, to this paper, and then this one, I didn't add any bling to it. I just left it a little plainer with, you know, the ribbon. So, love that. Now we're going to go to something a little more stepped up. And the reason why I want to show you this card, I'm going to leave this piece of paper here even though it's ugly because I think I'm going to be stamping and I want... I love the dimension on these stamps. And this was the die I was telling you that is so pretty when it's all punched out. So we're going to make this card. Actually, maybe I'll take this out for now. So I have my card base. Simple, simple. And 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to take my mint macaron layer, which is 4 by 5 1/4. In other words, it's 1/4 inch shorter when you do the cuts. This did not fold straight. Hold on one sec here. I should have my bone folder doing this to make it nice crease. Okay, so now we're going to put the mint macaron layer on, and then I'm going to set it aside for a minute. I'm going to take this layer, and I am going to take that mint macaron again, and those little dots again, and I'm imagining that my pieces are going to go here on an angle. See how they're kind of on an angle, like this. So I'm going to kind of just throw some dots around the outside of that angle. And you'll notice I'm stamping off. Stamping off means you ink it, you stamp, and then I turn it and I stamp off. Gives it some nice variations in color there. I did way more on this card than I did on this card. but that's okay. That's okay. So to save a little bit of time, I'm going to leave that ink handy because I'm going to use it again for my greeting. To save myself some time, I hung out with the greenery here. So this greenery, I am going to suggest you use the multi-purpose glue just because it's so small. It's too hard to get adhesive in there. I want to show you the definition in these stamps when you stamp. These are like distinctive stamps. See, that's that one. That's that one. And so these are in Rococo Rose. This is actually in Merlot. Love that. Nice and deep. So I pre-stamped them and cut them. These all cut out with the shapes. And I'm just going to play with it and see how I like it, what I want to do with it. I'm going to make it just a little different than the other one. I don't know. What do you think of that color? Does that color go with the... Yeah, I think I'll do it. Maybe I should go with the smaller one. Let me see. So there's like no rhyme or reason. Oh, I like that. I think I like that. Although I really love these leaves. I like that more of the green shows through. So all I'm going to do, as you can see, there's no rhyme or reason. It's just kind of experimenting. Whoop, a little too much glue. I always do this, don't I? And you'll also notice I'm not putting glue on every single leaf. I suppose I should. I don't know. But I don't. I'm not a glue-aholic. I'm the same way with the tape runners too. The seal or the old-fashioned snail. I don't cover every square inch of the layer, which the one thing that's good about that is if you don't totally cover it, sometimes you can pull it up before it's completely set. Okay. I'm going to put this down like that. And then I'm going to add this guy. Like I said, he is in the Merry Merlot. Like that. I think I might actually put this one up on dimensionals, even though I didn't do it with the first one. I just have to find the dimensionals. Don't know what I did with them. I had them just a minute ago. Oh, here they are. Sorry. Just going to pop 2 dimensionals on there, just because there's a few more layers on this card than there are on this one. So I think it'll be pretty. Being up just a bit. I'm going to make this one a little bit higher, a little bit wider, maybe. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure you know I know how to stamp. You know how to stamp. So I'm not going to stamp that greeting. I did punch out a couple of these, but can you see the detail on these circles? I hope you can see the detail. This is on the Tasteful Touches. They have kind of a scalloped edge with a little pinhole circle in between all the scallops. They really are beautiful. I hope it's showing up on camera. Can't rave about those enough. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple dimensionals, maybe 3 for this. And the reason why I'm using 3 instead of 2, which I normally would use, is because we are going to take this Forever Greenery trim pack. So this is a 2-pack. It coordinates with the set. This is, I should have taken this one off. This is a very soft, almost feels like gauze. I don't know. Does that makes it sound like it belongs in a hospital. But it's very soft and flexible. I mean, you could make roses out of this really pretty. I'm not good with it. I know some of you guys are. But you could make roses with this, and it's beautiful to tie a bow. It's because it's just so flexible, and it'll hold the knot without sliding. And I have a class coming up where I took this, and I ran it along an ink pad and actually dyed the ribbon and changed the color. So that was kind of cool. But we're going to use this little metallic-y one. Now, the thing that's kind of cool about this metallic-y one is... can you see how the edges kind of fringe a little bit? They're kind of just little teeny twisted wires. I like that. So, here's what I do. I'm going to take these off. And this is how I do these crazy loopy things. Everybody does them different. This is just how I find it easiest. So I want it to sit on my card like this. So I'm going to flip it over like this. And... I am going to just, I want it to kind of go on an angle, okay? So I'm going to kind of just loop it and adhere it to these little glue dots. Not glue dots, dimensionals. You all know what I'm talking about though, right? And it doesn't need to be perfect, nor will it be perfect. We're just looking for a little extra texture, a little extra flair, like that. And every time you do it, it'll end up being different. I'm going to snip it, put my ribbon aside, and now I'm going to turn it over. Oh, actually, before I put it on, I'm going to set this on my card front first, because it's always easier to get it on the card front. I know you can't see, but this seal goes on incredibly smooth. It took me I have a hair here, sorry. It took me quite a while, not quite a while, but when I first opened it, it was difficult for me to get the hang of it because I was so used to using snail. And sometimes the snail gets gunked up in here and it kind of jams it and makes it not run right. And sometimes you have to kind of push hard. And believe it or not, if you push too hard with this is what I've learned. If you push too hard, it actually doesn't work as well. And it is better on a hard surface than it is on this foam mat that I have here. But a gentle touch and this little bottom piece here, run it along the paper, and it seems to work like a charm. I love it. Anyway, let's go put this guy on here. This one's going to be, like I said, just a little bit different. What do you think? Do you like it? It's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it funny how different these two cards look just by adding this one extra color? So we have lots of awesome, awesome cards. Just using this one set. This clearly is more involved because you have to stamp and cut out so many pieces. This was just using the 2-inch circle punch. The 2-inch circle punch fits perfectly in the middle of these gold pieces. And then these rectangles are from the stitched rectangle dies. And again, a 2-inch circle punch in the middle of this. And simple. How beautiful is that? Yay, so nice. Isn't it nice? Oh, and this one too. Can you see that one? I'm not sure. Uh-oh, are we frozen? Are we frozen? Are you guys still there? Can you see me, hear me? Because my computer froze. Okay. As long as you guys can see, I see hearts and thumbs up and stuff. Okay. Good. My computer, for some reason, froze. Anyway, so if you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, if you want to know anything about the $99 starter kit and the free pick a bundle, and I will be back. I'm sorry, I'm really distracted because my computer froze. I will be back at looks like, look at, I have my schedule, if you can still see this. 2 o'clock. And 2 o'clock I have an awesome jar of flowers and a sunflower set to show you. So it's all good, all fun. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks for staying with me. Talk to you all soon.